Well, hello, my darlings. I'm Faith from Faith and Grits, back with this green beauty here that I am very slowly falling in love with, honestly. Back for my daily spread for Rachel Crafts collaboration for this month. Honestly, I have searched everywhere for this square. I honestly thought my desk ate it, but I did find it. So, my daily spread, if you're with us so far, I'm here for day 24. My partner is Melina. I'll leave links for her down below. So, our prompts were like my hopes for the future and just doing like a pocket and a tag. So, that's what I've set out to do using the papers. And I'm mainly sticking with the foundation kit and the botanist kit. So please check out the hashtag. Make sure you catch up with everyone. But it's been so much fun. So much fun. I do have instructions for what I'm going to do. I forgot to leave them on screen in the video, so I'll tack it on to the end of the video. But today I want to do a pocket that's not a pocket. So it's a pocket. I've got a tag in the back of my pocket, but my pocket then opens out to do a hidden journaling space. So stick around and I hope you enjoy. So yeah, this can be adaptable to any size journal, and I sort of explained that in the video with the instructions that I've come up with, because your journal pages may be smaller or wider than mine. So I've kind of tried to work it out. And once you do a few of them with scrap paper, it starts to make a bit more sense. So that's mine for today. Please go check out Melina. Check out everybody else that's doing the collaboration. I'm almost caught up with all the videos at the time of filming here. And oh my word, so much inspiration. So much inspiration out there. So keep watching, my darlings, and for you, it'll only be a tick. Well, hello, my darlings. So, just put the camera on and we'll have a little play. Here's my green beauty here that is coming along nicely. But I want a pocket to go on this spread. So I'm going to leave that ruler in there so I know where I'm at. I'll give a little nosy through here, perhaps at the end of the video. Pop this out of the way. Well, I had a lovely crafty session with a few of the ladies, and this idea I've got to give credit to Ronnie from over in the Facebook group, because we sat down, she showed me something she had made, and I was itching to have it go. So I just did like a copy paper mock-up, and the idea is that you've got something like this as your pocket. So it looks like an ordinary pocket, but you're going to flip up and reveal a much larger area. So I had a little play, and of course my book isn't that big. So I'm going to have quite a small one, but I'll show you how I worked it out now. So if I had a mock-up here, so that could be my pocket with a tag going in, and have something on the bottom to indicate that it lifts out. But then you've got all that space, and then it sort of accordion folds back in. So I've had a little play, but I want to go through it with you to make one from the papers to go in this. So I've pulled this one out of, printed this one from Rachel's, the botanical kit, and put this from the foundation kit onto the back, because I want that to be on the inside. So I do have a set of rules here, but I'll bring this back out for you to do a screenshot of after, or as at the end I will anyway. So I've got that pattern. I really want that to be on my inside for journaling, because this one is hopes for the future is the prompt. So, because like I said, that when I mocked up, I had the collage paper on the inside. I'll still use this somewhere, but I want one where I can write on the inside. So here we go. So the first thing you need to do is find, because everybody's journal is going to be different, find the width of the pocket that you want to go on the page. And for me, see, my page is only about 4 inches. So I want my pocket to be 3.5. Is that going there? Yeah, 3.5. Now, if my pocket closed is going to be 3.5, then I need to add inches there, inches to the top, and inches to the left side. So I want mine to go out to 6 inches. So I need to add extra inches to the top and left side, and then cut out that base as a square. So it sounds complicated. It's really not. You can make it any size. So I need a 6 inch, I want a 3.5 inch square shut, and I want it 6 inches open. So the difference between 3.5 and 6 inches is 2.5 inches. So let's do a 6 inch square out of this. 6 inches, sorry, I don't have enough room on this table. 6 inch square there, and a 6 inch going this way. So hopes for the future. I've been thinking a lot about that one. And these don't go to waste. These will be used like that. So no, I'm still pondering on that one. So, as I said, I've got a 3.5 inch square. I've added a bit to the top and a bit to that side. Now, that extra bit, which was 2.5 inches, I need to then score the top and the left side at the same amount that I've added in step 2. So the left side needs to get scored at 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. I've got blank there for a minute. Yeah, 2.5. Scored 2.5. And then on my top, I want 2.5. There we go. Give those a nice crease. I had to do this a couple of times, playing with it. But once you do it, like play around with cheap stuff and do it a few times, it makes sense then. So lovely. So that's my top, and my sides is glued at 2.5. Now, what you need to do now is, it's easier to see on here. Ignore that bit, because that's been glued on. So where I've done that score and that score, I need to fold this up as a triangle to that score point right there. So this was folded in. Yes? So, do it on this one. So where that score point is there, I want to fold triangle at that point. Give it a score. And then that those two diagonals that I've just done there, I need to reverse them. So if you see on this one, that diagonal that I've just formed and that diagonal I've just formed, I've got to reverse them. Is it better on the other example I had? That's the size I want, yes. So before the cover's been attached, you're going to fold that triangle in at the point that's been scored. And then you want to reverse those two. Is that making sense? So, in this one, I don't know what's just fallen on the floor. I do have the fan going with me here. because it is a little warm upstairs, and my window is open, so hopefully noise from the neighbors won't come through. When you reverse those, you'll see it better once it's inked. But once you get them reversed into that closed position, give it a good score. And that's your base, really. And your happy days from there. So that is your pocket to go. I've lost the space now. That is your pocket to go into your book. So that gets glued down 3 sides to create a pocket, and it'll open up going that way. So let's get this inked a minute before I move on to the next bits. So we've done step 1. We found the width we need. We've added the extra inches to the top and side. Cut out a square base. Scored it on the top. Scored it on the left. Folded that top corner to make a triangle. And we've reversed the diagonal folds. So, in here, I want to get this inked. Oh my God, where have all my inks gone? Oh, here's... Oh, let's go with walnut. I've not long bought this. I've never had the walnut stain before. Oh my God, I'm in love. It's like the best brown ever. So I'm going to ink the outside of all of this one. So no, hopes for the future. I've got a few. You know, I've had some life changes in the last year. Well, 2 years. 3 years, but yeah, I had a big job change, and that's, do I want to ink those? Why not? So yeah, I've had a lot of changes happen. My YouTube is I'm still working on it, still plugging away, you know, when I can, because I work. Isn't it? I'm so close to 500 now. The last time I checked, I'm like 498. I'm 2 away. So hopefully by the time this video comes up, I will have hit it. But yeah, I'm feeling better about life in general, I think. And pour more of myself into my creativity and mixed media, work on my channel, and just see where I go. I mean, I've got so many plans that I've wanted to do for a while, like Ko-fi, and, you know, looked into, like, doing craft fairs and stuff like that. So that's my hope for the future, is to just... And I could feel a change in my creativity because, you know, everything has changed. Everything is different. I'm not really sure how to put it into words, but there we go. I'm not really good at that, but I am quite happy. So that's going to go down there. You're not going to see those folds on that side, but you will see those. Oops. I love this walnut stain. Oh my God. I regret not buying this years ago. I love the Versifying Clair, but some of their browns are quite orangey or reddy browns. They're not like proper, you know, rich coffee browns. I love that brown. So that is my little pocket. But now I need a cover to go on the top. So that's the next step. Make a cover piece that's the same size square as the closed square. So where's that piece gone I just had? Do I do it out of the same one? Or something different? I think I'll do it out of the same one, but I want to put something on it. And a tab. So, again, open, 6x6, move it up a bit. Opened up, I'm 66. Closed down, I'm 3.5 by 3.5. So the reason why I do this, you can make one that's perfectly square. And I think I did a perfectly square one in my Grungy Bunny one. But when Ronnie showed me this one, I was like, oh my God, I can make it any size I want. You just got to know where you're offsetting the square measurements. But you start with the width of the pocket you want on the page. Because at the end of the day, it's got to fit on the page. So let's get this one down to 3.5 by 3.5. And I might actually go a tick over, like a fraction over. Let's say that's 3.5. I'm going to come up like a 1/16 of an inch. And 3.5 again. But come up like a 1/16 of an inch. So it's that teeny bit bigger. Get that inked up. Where have I? Oh, think away. Oh man. This room needs a serious tidying up now. Oh my word. I was ready to just start out the Fallout one. Rach announced the collaboration. I've gotten well stuck into this. I'm loving this journal. And no, I've got to like take a break and clean up the room because the mess is real. So you need to get that glued to cover up the whole pocket, right? But you're only gluing it to that small rectangle there to allow it to open and close. So how am I going to do this? I know. All right, open it up that way. And I'll put it on that way. So, art. Not art. This is barely art. It's okay. I'm like, it does have a tiny bit of wiggle space that you don't get with art because art grabs so fast. I do like the nozzles on this, and the fine nozzle I really like. And I've got to say, the pin, if any of you out there use art glitter glue, don't bother trying to get replacement pins for art. Buy the Barely Art pen because it is so much longer. Same thing, stainless steel pen, but it is much better. Is this directional? I don't think it is. So I'm just going to pop that down right up against those score lines. There we go. So it's like it's like elements of origami. It looks complicated, but once you kind of sit down and work it out, it's really not. I didn't even think about what was showing on that, but that's worked out well. So now I've got my pocket. And so I've made the cover piece and attached that. I've inked. I've assembled it. I need to add a tab to it. So this can be made, and like I said, any size. So I want to say Ronnie had done like a 6-inch, but it scored at 2 inches. I can't remember what she said, because I just eyeballed this and knocked it up out of, cheap paper that I had with me. But you could do it any size. You're just working with that square. So, let's get a tab. Tab. Oh, where is it gone? Oh, no, not that one. Yeah, that one. Is that one? No, that one's way too big. Let's do a cheat for a tab. I don't want a massive one. Should I do the text? It's in the back of that one. No, I'll do the colored side so it sort of blends in. So if I do, what is that? That is, where's my ruler? Ruler, somewhere. Oh, that's what fell on the floor is my ruler. This way. Oh, there went my scoring knife as well. That is 1 3/4. I want a tab. I don't want a tab that's too big. So I want two. And God, everything's sliding off onto the floor. Got a craft branch behind me here. So if I fold that bit in half, or do I want that side showing? No, pattern side showing. So I folded that little bit in half, and to cheat for a tab, I'm going to use the notch that's on an envelope punch. So I'm going to line that up, the center on one side, like that. So I'm aligning it up just to the middle, and punch. And then I'm going to take it and put it on the other side, line it up to the center like that, and punch. Oh, don't move. There we go. And then I get a nice rounded tab shape. Put this with a bit of ink. And get it attached to the bottom. So now, hopes for the future. I want to grow my channel. I want to definitely make more tutorial videos, or not tutorial videos, but videos of me exploring the mixed media things that I've got myself into, and journaling. I love all different styles. I've been collecting for a while to do a Fallout-inspired journal, which will be proper junky junk. But I want to do some more woodland, some more boho, but incorporate things like jelly plate printing, dyeing, marbling, stamping, all that sorts, because it brings me a lot of joy. So, right, stay put. Thank you. Come on, glue. One thing though with the Barely and on my art bottle as well is my charm for the pen. It's moved. Don't move. Don't move. It's fine. My charm to keep track of the pen has just bit the ghost. It's broken. The top of it's completely broken. So, go. So as you can see, it's very easy. It's very, very easy to lose that on a messy craft desk. So that is definitely on the to-do list. I've got to get a charm sorted and attached to that pen. Because otherwise I'm here forever pinning the glue face, pinning the glue. Where the hell is the pen? Because I'm losing the pen all the time. Oh, there we go. Happy days. That just needs to dry now. Pin in the glue. There we go. So, there we have a lovely pocket. So this just looks like a wonky pocket. I guess I could make the tabs a little bit smaller to sort of disguise them a little bit. Or instead of having a tab, you don't really have to have a tab. You could have part of an embellishment on the top that gives you a clue that lifts up. Because once this thoroughly flattens in a book, you know, it is just that bit of secret writing space, really. And you don't have to ink all those. I've inked them because it makes it look more visible on camera, and I quite like it as well. So before I actually attach this in here, I think I'm being paged from downstairs. So I'm going to pause there a second and see what I can find, perhaps to add an embellishment from the kit on top of this. So give me just a tick. Right, my darling, sorry about that. I got paged downstairs, and then I got sidetracked because I wanted something to go on the top to try to slightly draw your eye away from the tab. So I had the dragonfly, and I've added just little bits in there. So I've only glued the dragonfly from the bottom. So little bits in there that I've lightly dusted with ink. So let's get this in the book. I want to go in here, and I've collected the things that fell on the floor. Hooray for me. So again, I'm just going to attach 3. So you could have it open into the book, which I want in this one, or you could have yours opening out of the book. Or you could have yours going from a different direction. If you did yours left-handed, right-handed sort of thing. So let's get this down on the back here. 3 sides. And I've got a tag here ready to go in. So I've had so much fun playing with these. But this sort of color palette and nature-themed thing screams at me. So, don't squidge. Stay put. That's the only thing that doesn't happen with art. You put it down, it does not move. Barely will move ever so slightly. So let's open this up. Give it a squish. It does grab quickly. It just doesn't do it as quickly as art does. So if you do go upside down, you do have that moment with barely you're thinking, it's upside down. So that looks quite bouncy because I've only just put it in. But as the book flattens over time, you're not going to notice that opens. Then we've got all that lovely space there to go in, and the lovely tag in the back. So let's hope I haven't squidged too much glue for my tag to fit. So let's have a quick flip through while I wait for the tag to go in. So I haven't done, I've added bits and pieces. Like I said, I've had several crafty sessions. That's like a card topper die cuts, and I've sprayed them up. Added bits and pieces here and there, just when I've had time, or when I've been sitting watching the collab videos. So yeah, I've made a few specimen cards. I will do a full try it again, Faith. I will do a full pull everything, flip through when I get towards the end. So yeah, it's I've really enjoyed this. And there's lots more places in here for me to play that I haven't filmed. So that one was filmed. I might have a session with the jelly plate going with the color schemes I got going on here. But yeah, it's a lot more decorating to be done and getting the bones of it. My only big regret now is I've put in too many of these brads. So I may actually take some of them out that I haven't already used, because I put them all in the same location and it's added to the book. So let's get this tag in here, shall we? So that's lovely interactive little pockets. And I've made that tag then. These are, there's a glare on that. These are flowers that I collected last summer and actually put in a flower press. So I've got a bit of botanical text behind, did a bit of stamping, bit of plastic, and then a bit of stamping on the back and a place to write. So this is where I'm going to journal my own personal sort of hopes for the future and things like that. So please, Fit. Not a chance. Oh, let's see if I can save it. Yeah, that glue squidged. And the other side. Maybe. Let's have a go. Oh, it will fit. I've just got to work on it a little bit more. So, that's me. Nearly done. Oh, come on. It has to happen like, if I wasn't on camera, it would have been fine. If I wasn't on camera, it would have been fine. Oh, it's going now. So again, it will go in. It just needs a little bit of a shave. There we go. And there is my collab video for Rach for this daily spread. I'm really chuffed with that. Really pleased with that. And then you've got all that space there. You've got the space on the back of the tag. You could do these and add additional pockets on the inside. You've just got to keep in mind how thick it's going to be to serve as a pocket and what direction you want things to come in and out. So I'm not really happy with that. So I'm going to leave the video here for now, and thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you, Rach, for letting me join in the collaboration. It's been really, really lovely. And everybody's content has been amazing. So thank you, everyone. And that's all from me for this one. I will be back for the flip through. I probably need to shave that off a bit and re-ink it, but we'll see. But thank you, everyone. And hope to see you back again soon. So from me, bye for now.